Oh, yep, we're live.
Well, people, I'm sorry for this delay. We had some severe technical difficulties. We weren't able to stream it, so I have to do this kind of on the fly and do some editing. But anyways, you all know me. I'm Figment. This show's going to be about teams and how to keep them together. And the other two can introduce themselves.
Dark Ghost, Chattanooga,
So who's that?
Tennessee.
And I'm Wolf from Arkansas.
And I
Well,
gotta give a quick shout out. My bro Velocity, he's he's an RLSH, but he's taking some personal time. But today, let me go through the whole quick incident. Guy comes up to his door, pounding on it, saying he needs help, saying his life's in danger. Velocity opens the door, lets him in. I'm on the phone with Velocity at the time. Well, some things were adding up. Some of the guy was saying, but it turned out the guy was wanted for an armed robbery. Velocity and I talked him into giving himself up to the police with no problems. Velocity did most of the work, so shout out to Velocity.
well, I was thinking that the RLSH community, we're full of people who like to start teams. And with that, one thing they tend to neglect is how to keep their team together and working as a unit. See, we're fortunate to have Wolf here from Paradox Core, who actually has a pretty successful team going on. And I've noticed offline and other things they do things outside RLSH work as a team. That's kind of an important aspect. But Ghost, what would you recommend doing to keep a team together?
Or for one, that's like you touched on what Wolf and his team do. Do stuff outside. I have a team barbecue. Go hang out, shoot something to interact outside the mask, outside this life. Simple as that.
Okay, how about you, Wolf? Anything?
Oh, well, that actually hit it right on the nail. But other things could be you could work out at the gym together or go on vacations. The Paradox Corps also rotates its leadership. One person will be leader for a month or two, and then somebody else will take over.
Okay. I never thought of
That's
doing
it.
leadership that way. What I've been doing with my team, I run it like a. Everyone here is familiar with Arthur's Legend of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Everyone has a say. Like to give on the team, you have to have a majority vote to get off the team. You have to have a unanimous vote to get out. But even I can get kicked out. I'm founder, leader.
Yes. And I'm one of those people that runs around without a team. Because, well, to be quite honest, I'm not a follower and I tend to get too dictatorship-like is for people to appreciate. But I do appreciate good teams being set up and operated. And I'll work with them occasionally, but I'm really not an official member of any team. Well, but going through the leadership aspects, one of the things that I've also noticed a lot of teams forget to do is have written bylaws.
Yes.
How in-depth do those bylaws have to be? Any answers on
I
that one?
have experience with bylaws, but I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate that into the Paradox Core because we really don't want too much structure, but understand that that's needed in the world.
Well, with me and my team, the Scenic City Avengers, what we've been doing is we have some ground rules. One, you have to graduate high school to even think about patrolling. You can help us out in other ways if you're still in school, but as I've always told these young RLSH, you have to do your schoolwork before your hero work. You hit the books before you hit the crooks.
That works.
Yeah, that's a good point, because when I was doing King County Search and Rescue, I was doing that in junior high and high school, their policy was I had to maintain at least a 2.5 GPA. May not seem much, but that's a high C or mid C, you know.
Yeah.
And they had that as required.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, sorry, I was talking to Discordia.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I have a tendency to know I tend to walk onto people, so I do apologize for that if it occurs.
Well, I think it's because we have that lag always going on, so it's kind of hard to tell who's talking at what moment sometimes.
Yeah,
Well, you've seen me do
That's
on the
just like
phone,
an old
too.
tiny chat.
Yeah, exactly. Which actually sucks worse than
Yeah.
this.
And it don't
Now,
help for people like me that have ADHD.
top of the morning to you.
I think we can all relate to that.
But another rule my team has, if we do have a member who is under 18 and they want to do something with the team, they have to keep a B and A average. Anything below that, they get penalties. We haven't figured out what penalties yet, but we're going to work on that.
Yes.
Another great idea would have them work at, have them, if they're under 18, have them volunteer for a church group or something, or, you know, pantry or something
Well,
like that.
the underage people on our team, that's the ones who's going to start out with volunteering at the soup kitchen and stuff, handing out the food.
Yeah.
Um,
Picking up trash.
yeah, that kind of stuff. That way they can learn the problems in the city. They can learn the city itself before they actually get to hit the streets and like I do, go after the drug dealers and all that crap.
That also brings up an interesting point, Wolf. When you said volunteer at church services, that's another issue that a lot of teams have issues with, is mismatching religions. How important is it to be tolerant of the other religions? Like right now, we have a pretty good example. We have two pagans, and we have a Baptist. So I'm not going to disclose who's who, but if they want to, they can.
I'll go ahead and say it. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm the Baptist. But on what you said, yes, it is important to be very tolerant of other people's beliefs. In fact, the King James Version of the Bible that us Baptists go by teaches that if you read it to its original text. I mean, yeah, exactly. He's got it right there, I think.
I don't have that. Well, that one is not handy. I got the Hindu one, Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, but what my team, most of my team are Christian. So we actually do this little ceremony, like if you're a new member of the team, you get knighted, swear on the Bible. But here's the thing: we're gonna go by your religion. Like say someone's a pagan, we'll use a book of the pagan Bible, whichever one they're going by. If there's more than one, I admit my ignorance of that. And they swear on that. They swear on the book that goes to their beliefs.
That works. Usually, if well, I'm trying to make this simple because I could talk, you know, about 30 minutes on this thing. In the paradox core, we don't matter what religion you are. And whenever we say help out at a church or something, we mean we let people decide from themselves which organization or church they want to help out with.
That's a good point.
Okay.
But since I'm a member of Universal Life Church too, we have informal get-togethers, me and my friends, and we just discuss religion without stepping on anybody's toes. So,
Yeah. I mean, both these men can vouch, yeah, Baptist. But how open am I in accepting of y'all's beliefs, am I?
very.
Yeah. I mean, what shocks people is how many pagans are familiar with the Christian beliefs, too.
Well, if you go back to the Bible, if you read in there carefully, pagans and Christians used to worship together in the same temples.
Well, it goes back to King Solomon's temple. Even the whole concept behind that was a temple for all religious people to worship at.
Exactly.
Yeah. Masonry.
Now, we won't talk about
Which
my
is
brother's
also-
Masons. Yes, I'm a Freemason too.
Yeah. I actually recommend the Masons for people that need structure in their life and, you know, such. It helps out. Yep.
Well, let's see. Another thing that one of my team members, Raider, we call him for short, brought up, if they are going to be crime fighters, they have to train with us and learn some kind of combat skill, whether it be boxing, some form of martial art. And yes, boxing is a martial art, it's an art form of combat.
Having a martial art or a de-escalation is good.
All methods of self-defense are good. But going back to coordinating things outside of the RLSH work to keep your team together, barbecues are a good option. But what do you do when time?
Figment, we're getting an echo from you.
Hey,
Well, I got one for myself just then, too.
get my button for speed muting.
It might be Wolf. I think you don't have headphones in, possibly. I think he's working on that now.
Actually,
I
I've
don't have
been
Okay.
muting myself when I'm not speaking and everything. It don't help that my webcam right now is sitting right directly under the speakers.
That explains it. But like you're saying though, Figment, barbecues, like you said, great idea because each member of the team can bring something to the barbecue.
Yes,
Hot
barbecues.
blood.
Going out to the bar and seeing tours.
What'd you say, Discordia? Honey.
I mean, going out and shooting pool is kind of one of the things you can do.
Yeah. Hey, going and watch the newest superhero flick.
Yeah, going to the movies, doing something outside the stand, definitely a plus.
Don't forget camping. There has to be camping.
Of course. I'm a southern boy. I love my camping.
You're talking to Figment, where I sleep in a hammock every night.
You roughing it every night.
Of course. My backpack sits on my living room table so I can go camping at given notice.
I have a normal bed, but it's in the corner.
I'm actually sitting on my bed.
The funny thing is, I got this set up almost like a bunker. So the military theme does fit. So.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that, Wolf. Even got the wolf flag there behind you.
Yeah, well, I kind of sit in a room that's filled with 3 layers of bricks, so it makes things interesting. Oh, and by the way, I took my mask off because I wanted a cigarette.
And you say something to me about watching how those things get addictive.
Hey, I used to smoke 3 packs a day.
I was never that bad.
I used to dip, but I got rid of that stuff.
I also do the e-cig thing too, so. And yes, when I'm on patrol, I do the e-cigs.
Okay, keeping a team together. Something else people could do as a team. Go shoot hoops.
Practice your marksmanship skills.
Yeah, yeah. Or practice that. Go out and have fun with that good old American pastime. Go out and play ball. Stick ball.
Go fishing.
Yeah.
Or even do something kind of RLSH related and keep honeybees.
Keep
what? Or go cross country on a road trip.
Which could be fun.
That was the Paradox Corps when we decided to go all the way to Chicago.
Yes, there are lots of cheap things you can do to keep your team together.
Hey, here's another one no one's mentioned. Go bowling. It's kind of outdated, but hey, if you enjoy that sort of thing.
Me and Night Fox went bowling. I thought they were going to kick us out of there. Neither one of us could handle the ball very well.
Oh, come on, y'all didn't Deadpool just hurl it down the lane, did you?
That sounds like something I would do.
More or less, yes.
Oh, God. Okay, they're supposed to be rolled, not thrown. Okay, Wolf?
Well, see, if I had my way, I'd be able to go bowling too.
Oh, here's another one. And yeah, it's a little cheesy, but it's classic. Mini golf.
Oh, never knock the mini golf.
I said it's classic.
The
remember.
Paradox Court also had the habit of going to hookah bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my team, well, one of them don't drink, but he's usually the DA when we go to a bar.
Well, a hookah
usually
bar,
the
sometimes they have
July-
alcohol, sometimes they don't.
Yeah. Well, the bar we go to, they still let you smoke inside, and they have cigar people still walking around, cigar, you know, the classic.
That's unusual these days.
Yeah, they're going to be out of business in about they're going out of business, unfortunately, so we got to find a new place to hang. Oh, and here's something I'm going to rip straight out of a movie. Just rip something out of a movie. Mystery Men. They just hung out and had dinner together after every mission. Just shooting the bull.
Yeah, a little bit of malarkey does the body good.
Yes.
Yep.
And if you want it really classic, go see a play.
You gotta do something more creative. Go to a run fair.
There you go. Hey, go to a Star Wars convention.
I find the conventions are boring when they're themed like that. I'm a run fair guy myself.
Yeah. Ren fairs are awesome because you actually get to see sword fights, demos.
Demos? You participate in the demos. What are you saying?
Exactly.
I have not been to a Ren fair in about, 15 years.
I hadn't been since I was in middle school. It was the best time I ever had at school.
I haven't been to a run fair since I moved to Utah 7 years ago.
Here's something else teams can do to work together. Maybe my team actually tried to pull us off. Share a home.
Yes.
The Paradox Corps is actually working on that to get a guest house set up or a bunk style house set up
Well,
sooner or later.
well, y'all spread out all over, right, Wolf?
For now, we are.
Okay. Well, currently, all my team is literally we could drive to each other's house in 30 minutes. So we all thought, hey, let's get a house all together. Everyone would have their own room and everything. And well, unfortunately, that fell through, but we tried.
Yeah, that's the important factor.
Yeah. Now, some of the times the problem with getting the group together to do other events besides, well, with this on, work schedules and the private life.
Yes. Working with private life can be a pain for a lot of people.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Yep.
But anyways, going on everything for team building, I mean, going to the run fairs and all that stuff, convention, there's all good stuff. But then we got a little bit about team dynamics too you got to consider about. Does everybody know like who's going to be the port and try and make it like a facilitator? So would you say it's a facilitator type position?
You're kind of
You broke up a little.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. My connection sucks. When you live out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, here's the sad thing, folks. He's the tech guru of the three of us.
And I live in the middle of nowhere with the worst internet connection ever.
Utah.
I think a small town in Utah.
I'm sorry.
There are houses that are still wired on the original telegraph lines, for crying out loud.
But
And
now I'm
was,
going to mention one team, the Extreme Justice League. They're mostly run by one guy who basically runs the whole show. Hey, if it works for them, it works for them. But personally, I don't believe in a dictatorship type leadership.
That's why I don't work for the team.
I mean, granted, I wouldn't mind working with them, but on a side note, say, for example, let's do the Paradox Corps myself. If I'm out in the Paradox Corps' territory, I'm patrolling with them, I go by their rules, not mine. I'm on their turf. I show them that respect.
Yes, and by the way, when you brought up Extreme Justice League, one of the people we were trying to get a hold of, I wasn't able to get over last week. I'm still trying to get him on for another show, was Mr. Extreme.
Awesome. I look forward to that.
We also are working on getting Aftershock on the show, too.
Yeah, I wish we could get him on here because he's got his team up in Canada, Catalyst. You know what they call themselves? Catalyst?
Yeah, they're actually actively recruiting right now.
Yeah. And that's something else the team can do, just for fun. Hold actual tryouts. See who's going to make the cut.
What about physical fitness tests required? Do you think they're a necessary thing, or do you think it's permission-based type of thing?
Well, if my team held tryouts, yes, there would be some physical requirements. For one, no heart conditions. And I say that because I know some people who are young do have heart conditions. I mean, it can happen. They basically any asthma, that's going to be an iffy if they can find it, like depending on how severe it is. Because sometimes there can be a lot of running involved in this life.
I actually have asthma.
Okay, well, let's touch on that then, Wolf. How do you, okay, you do crime patrols, yes?
Yeah. Actually, I've been working on getting myself back into shape, and my asthma is not too bad. It's light.
Okay, well, how do you cope with asthma in a situation if you have to do a lot of running? How do you cope?
Breath control.
Okay.
That brings up something interesting. How do you deal with people with disabilities on your team, such as like myself? I'm flat-footed and have 5% knee, so I'm incapable of running.
Well,
one of my issues is I have a bad knee and I can't really run, so I have to find a way around it.
I mean, that's always works around for a lot of the physical problems. For example, say someone's in a wheelchair and wants to be on the team. Make them your oracle. Like, yeah, okay, you want on the team? Fine. You're the oracle. You help us out via computers. If they have that tech know-how. If not, we find some other way for them to assist with the team. Believe it or not, you can even use them as undercover, like have them, just going around their wheelchair. Because
also find
water,
Also find out what talents they have that can help.
Exactly. Because what if they're like a super tech genius, but they can only use their arms?
Yeah, because how many of us would love to have somebody like Professor Stephen Hawking on our team?
I would. I'd so say heck yeah to that.
Yeah, I see. We'll agree about that thought. I mean, he can't even talk, but he'd be definitely a useful asset on the team, would he not?
Yeah. Now, here's something else to help keep a team together. Learn each other's weaknesses and help protect each other's weaknesses.
Yes, that is an important part.
and you play off each other's strengths.
Yeah, so teams to work together has to know where the people are deficient and where they're good. And if you can't do something, you know somebody else can do it. You shouldn't try to do it yourself if somebody else is better qualified.
Exactly. Like, yes, I am CPR and first aid certified, but that's just from my previous job. Raider is prior military, so I guarantee he's going to have better qualifications than that.
Yeah, I'm first aid, CPR, field medic certified. I'm also hazmat certified.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's like if we was dealing with some hazardous material, and I was working with you, Figment, as for a team type thing, I'm not going to handle the stuff because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'll help clear everyone out of the area, but I'll let you handle that stuff.
I mean, one of my masks, this is one you'll never see me on the show with because you can't hear me through it. I have a full respirator set up too. That's literally for toxic environments.
Hmm.
And just so I don't sound like a nut job who has something I'm never going to use, they also burn nerve gas less than 5 miles from my house. It was something I kind of have to have on hand anyways.
Hmm.
Also have an escape route. Every member should plan an escape route around their house and get to know it in case something happens.
Yep. And here's something my team does. We have code words when we're communicating on radio. If we're in dire distress, and because walkie-talkies like you get at the Radio Shack can easily be listened in on. Like I have a
I
code
would
word.
have nothing to do about that.
If I'm in trouble, and they hear this one phrase from me, they know get to my location. Everybody, right then.
Exactly. But you two talk for me. I'm going to step away for a second. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Well, hey, okay. Uh,
I was
I mean,
trying to get Frostback on here, but
oh,
he's busy. He's
but I
the
mean,
leader of the Corps right now.
oh, okay. So he's the actual leader of the Pirate Squad now. Okay, but I mean,
Yeah, right
we got
now he's a temp leader.
two different team members on here right now. So I mean, you got Pirate Squad, Snake City Avengers. I mean, heck, we could probably even swap notes and get some ideas. I mean, okay, when y'all go out as a group, do y'all communicate with walkie-talkies, two-way radios?
Not right now because we stay within walking distance of each other.
I mean, when y'all are and out as a group. Yeah, like those right there, like what Figment just showed. Those can be listening on to with the right equipment. So you use codes to like, hey, distress. I'll go ahead and give mine out. My old one, haunting hour. If my team ever heard me say that one, boom, they knew get to where I'm at right then. I'm in trouble.
Yes.
We are actually working on more code words too.
But each team member has their own unique distress code, unique to them, so they know who it is calling out the code, and it fits along with their whatever their gimmick is. For me, well, obvious, dark ghost. I'm a ghost.
Yeah. Distress words in communication are important that we have to be into normal conversation. Just because they're distress words, you never know the situation. You'd be able to sneak them in. Kind of like an all clear and stand back type of command.
Yep. And in one instance, we have codes that like, okay, get to my location, but hold back.
Going along that with radio communication is something else that people need to realize. These little radios right here are not private. I don't care how private the signal things you think they are. One's a digital squelching, the other is a sub-audible tone. It all does is determine whether the radio picks up or not. You'll have the squelch codes tuned in, you'll receive everything on that channel. They're not secure.
Bingo.
A lot of things are not secure.
Yeah, but it's better than nothing when you're on a budget.
That is true. That is true. Trust me on that one.
I think I think the three of us are masters of having to work with a tight budget here.
I wouldn't know anything about the site budget, would I? I mean,
I don't know.
No, let's see here. I don't have a conventional job.
Now here's something else my team's thinking about doing: getting a pool together for team equipment.
That's another way you can go.
Yeah,
That
works
way,
out well in many.
yeah, for like say the team need. Okay, let's just go ahead and put it this way. Say we need a patrol vehicle for the whole team, all gonna be out as one, in one big vehicle, right? We put our money together, build it up, and buy the vehicle, or we all buy a bulletproof vest with it. You know, save up for the stuff the entire team needs.
It's bullet resistant, not bulletproof.
Again, sorry.
Okay, the reason why I'm kind of a stickler about that, one of my jobs was actually manufacturing bullet-resistant armor, to be precise, ballistic armor. We built everything from the military use to law enforcement. I'm well versed in body armor.
He's a correction Nazi, folks. Don't let him fool you.
Nah, it's okay.
Just a few things, okay? Like I could grab my other review, which is a lot better than this one, but I do have a stack of these, and these are cheap and nasty.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of them. I also have ham radios, so I am a licensed radio operator.
Yep.
For instance, my radio
I
is
also have another way to indicate. Most people don't have these anymore.
Slow down there, Wolf. I can't really see you.
Then a cell phone, landline.
Oh, wow. An old-fashioned cord phone.
Seen mine.
Yes, I'm the only cordless guy here.
I got this, but there's no minutes on it right now.
I got this. That's probably the cheapest cell phone you'll ever see.
Here's mine.
I pay $20 for unlimited text, unlimited data, unlimited voice.
You know, if I was a lesser man, I have some choice words for you right about now, Figment.
This one, it's like $45 a month, and I only charge it when I really need it.
90 a month for 2 phones.
I need a battery. But speaking of communications, see, this is from a CD. Communication device is handy. I never use communication. Sorry, I don't have a ham radio, so you would sit on the charger.
Maybe next episode, huh? Like when we do the actual tech and communications one.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Would work. That's a great idea for a show.
We actually have one scheduled for communications.
Yes, I gave a teaser. You want to know more? Watch the next episode about that stuff.
That's our channel. You'll always get updates.
Exactly. And watch our watch Figment's Facebook or mine. We'll always let you know what's going on.
And see, Wolf's looking like he's enjoying this, and he might become a regular on the show too if he gets the time.
Yeah. Who knows? He might stand in for me as a official co-host while I'm off at boot camp.
It's up to him. Offers there.
That might work out. I should be done with the roof job tomorrow. It was supposed to be today, but it was too hot.
Oh, I thought you may have got hit by that storm.
The storm hit yesterday. We actually laid down a bunch of tin before then. My roof working is over after this. I am not doing it anymore.
Oh, come on, Wolf. What's the matter?
Number one, I'm afraid of heights. Number two, it's too back-breaking for me.
I thought it might be your knee giving you trouble, honestly.
Anyone who does roofs, my hat's off to them, man. It's hard, breathtaking work, and you're in the sun with no shade.
Hey, what a nightmare. And if it's a metal roof, you're doomed. You're gonna cook.
Well, it is a metal roof. We're putting the metal roof down.
Oh goodness. My advice. My advice: go redneck, go shirtless if you have to.
I got too much Irish. I blister like crazy.
In that case, for you, the strongest sunblock money can buy, whatever that may be.
I usually use SF-110.
I just get whatever's handy. I don't burn easy. I tan easy, but don't burn easy.
You would probably burn where I'm at because we're considered a high-risk UV zone.
Yeah, well.
But remember, Colorado is only 10 feet higher than I am.
Yeah, we're a lot, and down here in Chattanooga, we're a lot lower than you are. And I do not mean in things. I mean in literal sea levels here.
Well, actually, you are lower.
Do what?
You actually are lower. Your parallel line is below mine.
Yeah, true. I mean, heck, how many time zones we got online right now?
I mean, what?
Time zones.
And now we got 2.
Okay.
I'm
Central.
Okay. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, I'm Mountain, so.
So we got 3 then, don't we?
Is Wolfone Central?
I'm in Central.
Oh, I thought you were a Mountain.
So say we got, okay, this is epic. We got 3 different time zones, folks.
Yes, if Skyler was, or Skyman was able to make it on the show, which he didn't know if he was going to be able to or not, we'd actually have 4 time zones. We'd only be missing 1 in the U.S.
You know what? If we can get all 4 time zones in one episode, that would be a major accomplishment. And
We
hey,
actually have 5 time zones. We got Alaska, Hawaii, too.
yeah.
But I might be able to get Alaska one on eventually if 204 still in Alaska won't come on the show.
Yeah, it's kind of a big if.
Collective incomes and using the mate's pool. That's something you also have to watch for because I'm not saying he was guilty. I'm not saying he wasn't guilty, so I'm not going to blame any such doesn't form.
Yeah.
But Phoenix Jones was accused of taking team money and buying personal things with it.
That is an issue with any group that you come together and put money in. You got to have a list of things that the money can actually go to, and everyone who needs to sign it.
Or here's what my team's talking about doing, and we have found this. A safe requiring multiple keys, and the core members all have to be there together to get the money out of the safe.
See, another option you can do when you're doing that pool collecting money is actually set up like an escrow account, which goes to a third party to monitor what the money gets spent on that, so it doesn't get embezzled. Private people can't set up escrow accounts.
Yeah, problem is, though, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't trust banks.
You don't trust banks? I keep most of my
I'm
money.
going to bank account.
Okay, we
I
had
got a
two
bank
people.
account and a PayPal, and the Corps has a PayPal.
Ah.
I have multiple checking accounts, PayPal. I also accept Bitcoin people. But yeah, it's money management is something that comes to involve with teams too. It goes back to team positions. Like, cool, you said that members would take your treasure state control.
Broke up.
Okay, you said you guys. Well, you said Dead Next Core rotates rotates the team leadership? Do you guys rotate all positions, treasurer and secretary?
Yeah, we rotate given 1 or 2 months and let everybody that's been with us for a while lead it. And then the rest of the members judge that leadership, and we tell them where they can make improvements and such. That way we're not only rotating it, we're making improvements to ourselves.
Now here's something else we haven't talked about: unofficial members, because I don't know if it's still still have the stats, but Wolf, wasn't at one point an unofficial member of the Paradox Corps?
Yes, we have unofficial members who
Now,
are friends with us.
yeah, okay. Well, here's a good question. What about when they're with the team? They're unofficial members, but they still work with the team when the stuff hits the fan, so to speak.
When fecal material hits the fan, huh?
Do what?
When fecal material hits the fan.
Okay, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure both of you guys know if I had the means and y'all needed help, y'all both know if I had a way there, I'd be there.
Yeah, we got everyone's
Well,
back.
say.
Can you please repeat that, Figment?
How often have I offered you a place to stay there, Ghost?
Yeah, you have. I mean, I'll admit it, there was one point where I thought I was going to be homeless. Figment stepped in and said, "Hey, dude, I got the room. Y'all come up here."
By the way, if that ever happens to you, Wolf, the same invites out to too.
You see, this
We
one,
usually do the same thing.
yeah. I mean, Wolf, did you at one point open your home up to somebody who needed help, if I recall?
Yeah, during an ice storm. We had an ice storm a couple of days ago.
Are y'all the ones that had that grapefruit-sized hail coming down on y'all?
Nope, that was Texas.
Oh, great. I'm about to be heading that way, too. Dagnabbit.
Yeah. We're not the only ones who's ever offered to give up phones. I mean, when I'm going to use former names because former are dead. But when Showstopper was having issues, Superman out in New York, he offered to give a place to stay to her too when she was having problems with another person.
Yeah.
I'll drop the name.
That'll be in
It
a later
happened to be
episode.
Dirk was the problem.
Okay, no, we're not.
He won't watch it anyways. I just won't put his name in the description.
We had
In
technical
fact-
difficulties, and it still cuts here and there.
Yeah. In fact, it was like 2 years ago, yesterday, or no, today, I think it was, that this all came out in the wash. And I first heard about it thanks to a post Wolf had made.
Yeah. See, and something else that teams need to do too is we need to not only work as a team outside the actual RLSH when you work. Like Microsoft Lodge, we'll do barbecues for crying out loud. We have good barbecues for their houses.
I am a fan of barbecues.
You're a fan of bacon. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think everyone here is also a big fan of bacon. So I can actually have a team breakfast.
But I'm a big fan of bacon grease, not the bacon itself. I love the grease.
Heresy!
I fry my chimichangas in bacon grease.
Hell yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. Now here's something else we need to touch on since we're talking about working together. I mean, if some of the people in this community could put their differences aside, look how much we could accomplish just in our country alone.
That is true.
Like, yes, I have problems with some people, but I'll go ahead and say it. Yes, me and Abshock, we butt heads quite often, but he also knows if he needed me, I'd be there. I'd have his back, and vice versa. Me, we discussed this.
Yes, I've even tried to make arrangements for you to get out here, financially speaking.
I mean, you don't have to always get along with somebody, to have their back and help them. I mean, you can think the guy's a complete douchebag, pardon my language, but if you just decide to help, y'all can accomplish a lot more. This goes out to all the community.
Yeah, if the community could work together. And being I've been working on a metal roof, douchebag is the less cuss word I've heard today. So.
Yes, I have to say douchebag is not that bad.
Well, I said that in case there are children who wander upon YouTube and come across this.
Yeah. Remember, I don't censor these things when they go on. I don't edit them back down. I mean, flag them as possible. That language.
Yeah.
But
and here's how we working together. Like, say, okay, let's say Wolf, for example. I say, hey, Wolf, I got this guy from your area keeps bringing drugs into mine. Can you see if you can maybe help shut him down so I can cut the supply line? That's what I'm talking about, working together as a whole community.
And sharing information that a person has on hand.
Exactly.
Yeah, the last numbers I actually had, there's about 360 RLSHs in active operations in the world presently. Now, I don't know them all, I haven't communicated, but a lot of us don't work together because they have personal differences, and if you have personal differences, you can't work with them, there's no reason you still can't trade intel and give other support. So just because you can't work with somebody in person doesn't mean you can't help them elsewise.
Yeah, let's take one of the newest movies out here recently, Batman vs. Superman. They were beating the tar out of each other. But when the big bad guys show up, they stop their crap, work together to save the world.
True. I'm going to draw up a spoiler for those who haven't seen it yet. There's credits at the end of the movie.
I haven't seen it yet, but I mean, come on. They're heroes. That's what they do. They have differences. They put them aside to save the world.
You got me completely over your head on my dropping on credits at the end of the movie.
No, I didn't. I mean, okay, let's say there's another good example. Let's go with the older movie that I know everyone probably has seen. The first Avengers movie. Look what happened when Thor showed up, snatched Loki. Him, Iron Man, and Captain America were all in a big old brawl. But when they found out the world was in trouble, and it took all of them to save it, what'd they do?
Brings up an interesting aspect too that I haven't touched on. In the RLSH community, we're full of people who walk our own beats, and finding individual leaders is actually a really difficult task. So people in the RLSH community really have to work harder to make their teams function right.
And heck, a good way. Okay, let's expand this whole thing about team building. Say the Paradox Corps and the Sin City Avengers wants to do a big, massive team up for whatever reason. And instead, whoever's currently leader of the Paradox Corps and currently, me, leader of the 60 Avengers, we collaborate ideas. It's not just okay. I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge. It's my team. No, work together.
Yeah, it's called synergy, people.
Yes.
Yep. One good thing, though, I have noticed on Facebook that a lot of the RLSH drama has died off. For now.
That's because a lot of the filmmakers have left.
I
know a lot of
RLSH stuff.
You see, I know it's a long time ago. A lot of the people just jamming community was getting jam-packed were frauds. I'll go ahead and say it. They just won the claim, the glory, and the title. Which is sad.
It usually happens whenever the HBO documentary shows on TV or any of the Kick-Ass movies. New guys pop up and then fall away.
Actually, I owe the HBO documentary and the Kick-Ass movies for both of my newest team members. They're legit.
I like both of them, actually.
And since we're talking about movies that inspire real-life superheroes, we gotta say it. Defendor. Super.
Yes, those two are definitely on the list of good examples of RLSH work. You have one completely delusional person, and then you have one who's mentally not there. but they're both trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, and they both had really crappy costumes.
There's also that 28-minute epic show that was made.
What show?
I'm trying to remember the movie. It was made a while ago. The 28-minute epic or something like that, and it was about RLSH.
I'm going to look for that later.
Heck, it might wind up on this channel.
Or at least a reference to it.
Yeah. You know, that's something else we could talk about for an episode. RLSH style characters in Hollywood, like the Fendor and Crimson Bolt, from all characters all the way from the TV series, like on NCIS, Ripcord, and what was some of the other characters' name? ICU. Those are some good examples.
Here's one for you. Do you think a team of RLSHs actually needs to be themed on how they dress and work, or do you think that doesn't matter?
I don't think that matters. If they can work together as a unit, that's all that matters, in my opinion.
Another one was when G4 was around. They had G4 Underground. They interviewed Dark Guardian.
Yes, I saw that one.
I never saw the Dark Guardian interview.
If I can find it again, I'll be happy to link you to it, Figment. I saw it just a few days ago.
Yeah, that's somebody else we're going to be trying to get on the show too eventually.
Yeah, Master Legend.
And for those who haven't heard, there's been talk between the Initiative people and some others, disgruntled people, about a RLSH civil war going on.
My response to that is just and follows. Bear in mind, folks, do not do this at home. I have the snap caps in. Here's what I think about an RLSH civil war.
Don't do it. It's a bad example. I know you're talking about.
No. Look what's here. See, I have a thing I was going to do it. Come on, I'm not going to do it with one. Seriously. That's irresponsible.
See, I would do something like this to them. That's there for censoring.
Listen, all this talk about an RLSH Civil War only happening because of Captain America Civil War. Here's the problem with that, folks. If we was to do that, you know how many of us would wind up in jail and prisons? You know how quickly it's right outlaw mask?
RLSH on site after that.
Yeah, I mean, come on. At that point, the government would try to shut us down to where we can't do this anymore, folks. So come on. Stop the daydream, please.
Now, that brings up another interesting thing. Now, I know it's kind of off topic, but I wanted the three of us on the show except for ADPs, so we are kind of bouncing around a little bit. That's going to happen. But
it's a round table.
At least we try to go back to the same thing. But when it comes to when you break the law and don't break the law, some states say you can't make a violation of the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution because you have the right to be protecting your person, papers, and possessions. Obviously, your likeness is one of your possessions.
Yeah.
So technically, by the Constitution, they can't force you to be masked.
Yeah, so whatever's under here, folks, I have the legal right to protect with this.
These are all the U.S. on the show like that, but the Constitution aspect of it.
Yeah.
And that is something I'm pretty close to memorized.
There's another episode we can do right there, Figment. A whole episode about that kind of stuff.
Legalities? I must say this, if you get pepper spray, you carry pepper spray on your dog, make sure it's canine friendly. If you spray a dog with it, you don't want the dog to go permanently blind or have to go to the vet to be treated.
Exactly.
And canine mace is legal in all 50 states, even if a state can't, mace is legal in all 50 states. You can thank the U.S. Postal Service for that one.
Thank you, delivery guys. I can
Just like
vouch
a
they have a
movie
reason
that
for
is.
it. I'll vouch they had a reason for that, folks. My dog might be one of them. My deceased dog.
Yeah, maybe next week's show we'll have a special guest on my camera. We'll have three.
Your canine companion.
Yes, I'm one of the few RLSHs that actually does my work with a canine.
And it's a well-trained one, folks. Believe you me. Heck, I might be able to get my wife to don her mask and come on the show, share the camera with me. Might. No promises.
This Cody is a little bit shy.
Nah, not as bad as it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah, she put the picture I sent you guys right up to her face. That was kind of bad.
That's a little bit. You can probably hear me a little better now. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I sent them, by the way, that comment was, I sent the Scorpion and Dirk Ghost a text image of a pair of these things. So the Scorpion put a set of my, pardon how bad it sounds, balls, right up to her face.
Oh, God. You had to bring it up. You had to bring it up.
Oh, come on, it was funny.
Yeah, it was. And she made it funnier with her reaction. I'm going to do my impression. Blank screen, but still, no, here's how she does.
Up close and personal. Wow. Oh. Okay, you see, we don't. Oh, see, we may be masked, but we're human. I mean, we started late. We're not even on the official stream right now. I'm gonna have to editing because we have technical difficulties. Just because you're a hero does not mean things always work out as planned.
That's when you have to improvise.
And me, I'm not.
Blabbering to myself because of Dark Ghost technical problems.
Oh, you can say that again.
I don't want to.
That was a mouthful, wasn't it?
Yeah. But when it comes to the team aspects, oh wow, we're actually really wrong. But when it comes to team aspects, you have to remember you got to do things outside of what your team is actually structured for.
Lay down some ground rules for the team.
Because if you don't, you'll run into such as like if you go on patrol with Geist doesn't like a lot of talking when he's on patrol. On the other hand, I'm one of those people that is perfectly fine with casual BSing if you're doing a casual patrol. Now, if you're doing a stealth operation, you're making noise, I'm liable to kick your butt.
Hey, I'm a ghost. I don't make noises except I go bump in the night.
I'll just make sure I get plenty of saves with me if I go on patrol with you.
I make lots of noises. My knees pop, my back pops, my shoulder pops.
I'm just going to say this. Do not patrol with Wolf if he eats chili. I've heard the horror stories.
Actually, that was during a road trip. That was a road trip we was taking, and me and Fox decided to eat White Castles. And we basically tortured Robert Frost because we picked him up, and we had gas the whole entire drive.
And we're not talking about the kind that fuels the car either, folks.
Anyways, people, I know we have it, so this thing, I'm going to stop the live stream. The rest of us may sit in here and chat a little bit more, but the stream's done with, and we don't want to hold off too much long YouTube videos because people don't watch if they're too long. So, anyways, thanks for watching. This is Figment.
Dark Ghost.
And Wolf.
And we'll see you later, and possibly Wolf. He's more than welcome on next week's show if he has the time. And we'll see you then.